What's up, Diane? I'm just kind of waiting for a few more people to show up. I don't really expect a whole lot of people to show up on this one. I didn't announce to anybody, and it's super late. I'm in uh, the Eastern time zone, so it is 12:45 in the AM here. So um, I what's up, Janelle? I am just going on tonight, just for a little bit. Um and I am going to um basically um going to let you guys know what the future entails here, a little bit, what my game plan more or less is going to be. It's Things are going to be a bit different. Things are going to be a little bit less rowdy, I should say. I definitely want to shift the energy that the show has been kind of been leaning towards, more or less. Um, I've got no regrets. I don't want that to be mistaken, but I have been doing some thinking and been doing some talking, and I the show is not it has not been going in the direction that I originally um what's the word I want to use, envisioned. And I think that I owe my subs a bit more than that. And I make no apologies, but I do promise to give you guys a little bit more. Uh, and you're going to get a little bit better out of me. So from here on out, um, it's going to be a bit of a fresh start. Um, I don't want anything to do with any of the drama anymore. I've pretty much had it with that. And I um I I have not been anything less than genuine in the past, so I don't want it to be mistaken that I'm retracting anything that I have said, because that is not what I'm doing whatsoever. Um I am just going to do things a little bit differently, and I'm going to go back to what my original vision of this was going to be, and I'm going to focus on that a lot more. And uh and I think everybody's going to enjoy it. And one of those things that I plan on doing is I plan on getting to know my viewers on a personal level as much as I possibly can. I want to make this more about you than it has been about me or anyone else. I want to connect with you guys on a personal level. That's my big plan. And I because I talk a lot about what the glare stands for, and I meant everything that I said when I say that I have absolute gratitude for each and every one of you for, you know, taking time out and logging in and checking me out here and listening to me babble on and on and on. So you guys seem to be pretty entertained by it. I'm entertained by doing so. I like to run my mouth. I have a good time doing it, and I like to get a little rowdy too. Um, and I'm a big fan of doing that. So, but yeah, from here on out, I'm going to start, like I said, focusing on you guys a lot more. And oh, that's really sweet, Heather. Thanks so much. Um, and I have a really good feeling about that, man. I have a really, really, really good feeling about that. So, hey, what's up, Catherine? So, what I'm gonna do is, this is what inspired that. Um, one of my subs contacted me, and real late at night, man, we just got to talking, and it was incredibly rewarding to me to listen to her story and what she was all about. And I feel like I kind of made a friend in the process. And this is experimental. It's in theory. Obviously, if I gain a lot more subs in the process, it's going to be pretty impossible for me to focus on each and every person. But uh, you know, I'm gonna just kind of go with my gut here, and here and there, where anybody who I feel like, you know, if you guys, if somebody's got a story or something, and some life experience, I want to hear about it, and I want to be able to talk about it, because that's all I'm pretty much doing on here. Is I'm going on here and sharing my life experiences and what I'm learning from my life experiences, and and I'm really, really enjoying that journey. And the idea of doing this channel was wanting to share that, because I've lived a pretty wild life. I've made some mistakes, but nothing that I haven't learned from. What's up, known? And I'm real. I'm actually pretty proud of some of those mistakes. Um, and like I said, knowing that about myself, I love the idea of getting to know people who are relating to my experiences in some way. You know, I want to be able to, this is worth jack shit if I'm not connecting with you on some way. So again, I want to make this just as much about you as I'm making it about me. So I want us all to be friends. That's totally what I want here. And I think we're going to have a good time doing it. So I'm not going to stay on here for too long tonight. I just kind of wanted to go on tonight and throw that out there. And the plan is tomorrow at a at a more convenient time for everybody. This was just kind of a uh, pissing in the wind type situation here. So I wasn't sure if anybody was going to log on, but now that I see that a lot of you have, thank you for that. And yeah. Um, so I'll stay on for a minute here. How's everybody doing tonight? Um, Michelle, how's it going? Yeah, Heather, let's see. You said what? Good for you. This would be about you. And I think you will not be involved in the YouTube drama. Well, that's another thing. One thing that I'm going to talk about a lot is accountability. That's a really big thing with me. Um, and I take full accountability for my end of that. And like I said, I actually kind of had fun doing it, so I don't regret doing it. But I don't want that to be what the show is about. I don't want to make that the main focus of what I do on here. And and I think I can entertain you guys a lot better and a lot more genuinely if I provided this as a bit of an escape from that, a little bit of a detour from that, and I want to have fun, and I want it to be positive. And sometimes I'm gonna get pissed off, man. Sometimes I'm gonna get annoyed, and you're gonna see that because I don't see the need to hide who I am. and how certain things make me feel, and I don't think you guys would appreciate that very much if you got an ingenuine version of myself. So that's not something that I'm gonna do. Um, so like I said, I'm not taking anything back from what I said, because one thing that I can say genuinely and honestly is that I have not been ingenuine or dishonest since I've gone on here. Not once. Um, so that's something I can always guarantee that you're gonna get from me. So, but I really, really want to just have a good time, man. And I put a lot of focus on getting in the middle of all this stuff. And it's because I feel pretty strongly about a lot of it. You know, I feel very strongly about somebody having the right to say whatever they want, whether people like it or not. And I spoke up about it, but it's gotten to a point where I've kind of beaten a dead horse about it. You know, you get the point, and if you don't get the point, then that's it's just too bad. You know, but I've said my piece on it, and I don't want to dwell on it anymore. To be honest, I don't need to, and I don't like to repeat myself too much either. That's something that kind of annoys me, and that's kind of why I'm making this announcement tonight. Wow, Heather, that's really cool, man. I'm really glad you sub too. Um, and I'm looking forward to I'm hoping more people do sub, man. You know, um, I want to have a good time with this. You know, I want it to grow, and I want to have a good time with it, and I want to be able to connect with as many people as I can. Um, and even if that doesn't happen, you know, I'm more than happy with the people that have subbed. And no matter what happens, you guys are going to get from that's my promise to you. From now on, you guys are going to get the very best that I've got. I owe you guys at least that much. So, that's my promise to you. So, let me look here, but Manon, what time is it over there where you're at? so she so she spit apple juice all over your listen, that's another thing. I think I think somebody might have reported me. I like my theory. I don't, you know, a lot most of you guys that are on here, if not all of you, know that I tried to go live a couple of times earlier this week, and the sound just kept cutting out. And you know, knock on wood, that's hasn't happened yet on this one. And my theory, honestly, is that somebody reported me, and YouTube may have an algorithm that detects F bombs. And I like to drop F bombs, man. So I'm gonna use that as an opportunity. I'm gonna use that as an opportunity. Now, that's not to say that I'm not going to drop F bombs, but I'm going to use it as an opportunity just to see if I could be just as colorful, just as fun to listen to without all the F bombs. I don't think I need them, you know. So challenge accepted, YouTube. If I got to do this without dropping F bombs, then I got to do this without dropping F bombs. But one way or the other, this is what's going to happen, man. I'm going to stay on here as long as you guys stay sub to me. I am going to stay on here, and I'm going to keep spitting out thoughts, you know, and I'm going to keep on doing what I've been doing. And I'm just going to go about it with a different approach, you know, but you know, ever since I started applying my glare concept to my life and my decision making, the analogy that I've adopted um is basically I'm a moving train, man. That's it. I am a moving train, and you can either get on board. There's a lot of room on this train, man. You can get on board or get out of the way, because the tracks are long and I'm not stopping. So you know y- y- you can either, like I said, get on board or get out of the way, because I'm moving, and I'm planning on moving fast, and I want as many people on this train as I can get, you know? So I want to have a good time with this. Let's see here. Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, Shannon, I'm not going to substitute my curse words with silly words. We're not in third grade, but I appreciate the suggestion. Um, I I'm yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Um, but we'll see what happens. I mean, what's gonna happen is once in a while I'm gonna drop an F bomb, and it's just gonna happen, and we're just gonna see what happens when I do. Um, but I don't like I don't, man, and this really really pisses me off too, because I one thing I don't like, if anybody's been listening since I started, I don't like censorship. I don't like being censored. I don't like seeing other people censored. That's how much it bugs me. As much as I don't like what people have to say, when I hear that somebody else has been censored, I don't like it. I don't like it, and it bugs me. And I think, and it really bugs me how easy it is for someone who simply just doesn't like what somebody else is saying to report them, and then they ended up getting these restrictions on their channel for what they have to say, whether I like what they have to say or whether I don't like what they have to say. It bugs me that that's all it takes is for somebody to just report them for whatever reason, whether it's too many curse words, whether it's, something that, they might consider bullying, or anything that just bugs me, man. The thing about cyberbullying, man, I, just turn it off, dude. If if somebody is insulting you online, it's a perfect stranger insulting you online, man, just turn it off. What I don't understand the sensitivity that people get, and to me it's just self-indulging crap. That's all it is. It's just this cesspool of self-indulgence that people just end up like, they end up creating, and then just like waddling in it. And you turn something that has nothing to do with you into something about you. And even if it is something about you, all you have to do is not listen to it. You don't have to listen to it. It's so easy to just make it go away. Make it go away. If you can't see it, if you can't hear it, technically it's not really there. So just make it go away, you know? I mean, why do you got to ruin it for everybody else if that's the case? Maybe other people like what they have to say. What do you care what other people like? You know? So, nah, yeah, it definitely bugs me. It definitely bugs me to see, you know, people being forced to shut up. I don't like that. Nobody likes to be shushed. Nobody does. Nobody likes that. It's rude. I mean, uh, if I'm saying something rude, then don't listen to it, you know. But you know, somebody else might be interested. So you know, nobody likes to be shushed, and that's just a surefire way to make that person even more mad. And you're not going to shush them forever, because what's going to happen is that they're going to come back, and they're going to come back. If they're so inclined, they're going to come back, and they're going to come back heavier, and they're going to come back harder, and they're going to come back louder, and it's just going to create this perpetual thing that you had to have seen coming. So don't act like, when you shush somebody, don't act like it's something that you really want, because common sense would dictate that that's not really what you want. What you want is to start a war. What you want is to start a problem with that person, right? So that's my logic behind that. I honestly believe that if you're the type of person to go and report somebody because of what they're saying, that's, first of all, it's gutless, it's cowardly, and you can do better than that. Take them on head on, have an argument with them, have a debate with them, whether it's civil or uncivil, who cares? Take them on, face them, if you got an issue with what they're doing. But don't go crying to the teacher, so that the teacher goes and puts them in a corner, you know and they're not going to stay in that corner forever. One way or the other, you're going to have to face that kid. That kid's going to come out swinging. That's going to happen. And you had to have known that was going to happen. You had to have known that was going to happen. So I don't want to hear that you reported somebody because you wanted peace, and you're fighting the good fight, and you're defending somebody else by, no. That's all a bunch of bullshit. And we all know it. You know it. So, you know, have a little, if you have the audacity to go behind somebody's back, have the audacity to face them, you know, hit them back. It's not that hard. And we're online. It's not like somebody's physically going to hurt you, you know. Get more creative than they are. Have some guts. It doesn't even take guts to do it. I mean, it's beyond low to go and try to shut somebody up. It's ridiculous. Oh, there's my girl Irish. What up, Irish? Yeah, and that's another thing, man. You know, the Watts case, man. This is something that I want to really, really just put behind me, man. Like, it's just, it's ridiculous. It's gone on for so long, and the truth is, it's gotten to a point where nobody cares about the Watts case really anymore. Everybody's just fighting with each other just to fight with each other, because technically there's nothing to fight about anymore. The case is closed. I've gone over this and over this and over this. So from here on out, that's another thing. This is going to be the last time that I. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. Uh, it's. I said that in the last live. It's like any other case. I follow some of these cases, and it's a famous case. And sure, I may reference back to it once in a while. I'm not saying I'm never going to talk about it again, but it is no longer, ever, ever, ever. I am not going to allow it at this point to ever, ever, ever be the focus of my attention, or the drama that's coming with the Watts case. It's toxic. It's disgusting. I compared it to, with somebody else. I was talking to somebody else, a very dear friend of mine, earlier today, and what we were discussing, I was saying that it's a disgusting, gross cesspool, and now we stink of it, and I don't want to stink of it anymore. I want to wash it off. I don't want it anymore. It's gross. It's not even it's there's nothing to it anymore that's of substance. It's just people bickering back and forth with each other and doxing each other, and it's just so ugly. So I'm getting all of this off of my chest tonight, but moving forward, I'm telling you, I don't want any bullshit drama that comes with the Watts case, man. I am so over it. I really I mean, aren't you guys? Aren't you guys? Like, tell me in the chat, you know, say something in the chat about it, because I don't think that I'm alone here. I really don't. So whoever's with me on that, you know, let me know. But if you're not, you know, I'm telling you right now, I'm sorry to disappoint you. And if you subbed to me hoping to hear more watch stuff, it's just not gonna happen, man. It's just not gonna happen. So what up, Penguin? Penguin do. And that's another thing too. Um, I started off this thing with the and it was an experiment because I'm pretty inexperienced in this whole YouTube thing. Um, but I started off this thing with the intention of, because of my feelings about censorship and whatnot. Um, I started off with this thing with the intention of not booting anyone and not silencing anyone. But the thing is, you know, if you're disrupting my chat, if you're a troll and you're disrupting my chat, I have no bones with breaking my own rules, man. I don't have any problem with it. So I will boot you. One of my mods will boot you. And you'll get one warning, but after that, there's no rule that tells me that I got to sit there and deal with you ever again. That's it. Just like that, I can shut you out of my life. We all have that power, just like that, to shut somebody out of our lives. And I am going to take advantage of that power. And I don't like it. What I'd like is for everybody to have a nice time. I'm not going to sit here and dictate what you can talk about and what I want you to talk about. As long as you're respectful, I will respect you. You can ask questions, and I will either ignore those questions or I will answer those questions. But if you're disrupting my chat, and it if you're making it an unpleasant experience for the rest of the people listening, then I am going to do something about it, because they are the ones I care about, not you. And I plan on looking out for them, not you. So if you're going to be a dick on my channel, I'm going to be a bigger one. And I promise you, I am a bigger one. It just is what it is. And I'm going to try really nice. I'm going to try real hard not to be, I'm going to try real not to be. Oh, AJ. So so AJ, can you you could put I think you could put subtitles, man. I think there's captions. There's an option. Well, I think that's only for playback. There's no way to, like, I don't think on a live there's, because obviously there's not somebody sitting there with a keyboard. There's not a stenographer or something like that doing that. Um but yeah, Cindy, I am too, man. I'm over the YouTube drama, man. And I had no intention of getting really involved in it in the first place. I really just wanted to, you know, But like I said, I don't regret doing it because I still feel very strongly about the things that I stood up for and the things that you know, that I said, the things that I believe in. Um, and I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed of that at all. Um, but like I said, I've put enough energy into it. At this point, you guys get my point. You know, here at this crossroads, you guys get my point. So that's where we're at. Um, yeah, maybe headphones, AJ. But I mean, whatever you want to do. I'm probably not going to be on here too much longer. Um, my shift starts a little earlier than usual tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I got to get up and I got to walk dogs, and then I'm going to work out, and then I'm going to do my shift. But then when I come back, I'm going to go live again. But I'm going to have an actual topic. Well, I guess this was a solid enough topic. I wanted you guys to know what was going to be going on, what the future kind of holds for me and for us. Um, uh, so yeah, so I'm glad that people feel this way, man. I'm really glad that you guys feel this way because I would be a liar if I said that I didn't care what you think. Otherwise I wouldn't do these lives. Otherwise I wouldn't interact in the chat with you guys. And you guys are you guys, as far as this goes, are my everything. So it's nice to have people who who have your back. So it's only fair that I have your back in return. It's the least I can do. And I really, really appreciate you guys, and I'm really grateful for you. So you guys are a big deal to me. Amy Source Rex. And even though this is kind of a boring one, I'm gonna leave this one up. I'm not gonna take this one down. I'm gonna leave this live up. So whoever, because I realized that it's real late. So whoever didn't get a chance to catch it, I want them to be able to know where we're going with this. And we're gonna see where this takes us, man. We're gonna see. But I plan on enjoying the journey. That's one of my biggest things. It's not. I don't. I don't have a particular destination that I'm focused on right now. I'm just enjoying the ride, and I want you guys to enjoy it too. It doesn't mean anything to me unless you guys are into it. So, um, Rebecca, that's sweet. But I'm not too worried about the likes. I'm not too worried about that. I mean, if I was, man, I would have taken down a bunch of videos already, man. I got a lot of dislikes on the other videos. I'm not too worried about that. Um, I, yeah, um, you know, and yeah. Again, AJ, I'm not real worried about the thumbs down. I'm used to the thumbs downs, man. That's okay. It's not a big deal. Um, yeah, yeah. You guys, the thumbs down, man. I'm not worried about this. It's you guys that I like. That's you guys that I'm worried about. As long as you guys dig it, I'm having fun. You know. But yeah. I'm gonna be I'm gonna put a little something together for tomorrow, um, as best as I can. Uh, Hopefully, I have some downtime at work to do so. If not, I'm just gonna wing it like I'm doing tonight. But the difference is I'm gonna have an actual topic and focus. But I'm not gonna be talking about any of the stuff that we've been talking about that's been firing me up. I'm just making that announcement tonight. That's not gonna happen anymore. So if you're on here because you're one of those fans of hearing me insult other YouTubers and blah blah blah. I'm not doing it anymore, man. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not into it, and I don't want to do it anymore. So, if that's what you're into, save yourself the trouble and don't even bother logging on because I'm not going to do it. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Like I said, this is going to be a short one. Um, and I just wanted to let you guys know where I was going with this. And again, I'm repeating myself a lot, and I apologize for that. But again, I love you guys a lot, and I really appreciate your support. And I promise you, we're going to have a lot of fun moving forward. It's going to be good, clean, dirty fun. But it's going to be different. So I hope you guys enjoy it. All right. So you guys take good care of yourselves tonight, and I hope you sleep well. And I will be seeing you guys probably. I'm aiming for about 10 o'clock tomorrow. 10ish. We'll call it 10ish. But Eastern time. But yeah. Anyway, love you guys, and we will do this again tomorrow. Good night.